I'm Brandon Straka, and today I'm the face of America. So after the election of Donald Trump in 2016, I was devastated. I think like a lot of liberally minded people. I voted for Hillary Clinton. I very much wanted her to win, and so I thought it was a total devastating tragedy that Donald Trump had been elected president. Hi, my name is Brandon Straka, and I'm the founder of the #WalkAway campaign. I was raised in a very conservative environment when I was growing up. It was a small town in Nebraska, a very Catholic community, and so most of the people that I grew up amongst were Catholics, conservatives, very sort of religiously based conservative people. I decided to come to New York City because I wanted to pursue a career in acting and singing, and I wanted to be in a very liberal, open-minded environment. I wanted to be around like-minded people who I felt like were very progressive and sort of shared the same sort of values that I have. I wasn't really that political in general, to be honest with you. As a gay man, I was really sort of a one-issue voter. It was gay rights that I was really interested in. So I was always very politically active on that particular issue. But I didn't follow that many issues other than that, or politics in general. That's sort of where the majority of my focus always was. I think that Hillary Clinton lost the election for a multitude of reasons. I don't think it was just one thing, and I don't think it was even just one or two things I think it was different reasons for different people. But, you know, one of the reasons is that, and I think one of the main reasons is that she simply didn't talk to or connect with or communicate with the American people. Donald Trump really got into it and spoke directly to the people about the things that concern them, and he acknowledged them. You know, I say oftentimes the liberal media has stopped talking to the American people and started talking about the American people. And I think this is true of Hillary Clinton as well. She wasn't really talking to the people, she was talking about them, and sometimes very negatively, like calling them deplorables. Donald Trump really tapped into what the American people care about, and he went to where they were and he talked directly to them. My feelings about Donald Trump's response to Charlottesville are how I feel about just about any news story that there is about Donald Trump. The media has an agenda to paint Donald Trump as a deplorable human being who has deficient moral values, who is borderline Nazi, who's borderline white supremacist, who's borderline KKK sympathizer. These things are not true. When Donald Trump made this statement about there being good people and bad people on both sides, what he was really trying to point out was that not everybody on the conservative side was a neo-Nazi or a KKK sympathizer. And on the other hand, many of the people on the left, if not all of the people on the left, belonged to a very dangerous group that most people on the liberal side refuse to acknowledge, which is called Antifa. Antifa is, in my opinion, much more dangerous than the KKK or the neo-Nazis, because this seems to be a growing group on the leftist side that the liberal media and most liberals do not even acknowledge A, exists, or B, the level of danger with which they pose. And that is what he meant when he said that there were good people and bad people on both sides. It was true. Not everybody was some sort of extremist, fringe, violent person. But on the other hand, the people on the left who showed up were not just good people with anti-fascist values. They themselves, many of them, actually are fascists. My message for the American people going into the midterm elections in 2018 is that this is a crucial year for people to get out and vote. And this is a year that people really need to think about voting Republican, because a non-vote is a vote for a Democrat at this point. And what the Democratic Party is offering people at this point is such a fringe leftist platform of socialism, communism, and the embrace of an open border society in which we don't enforce our border laws. There seems to be an extreme amount of empathy for illegal immigrants, and which often comes at the detriment of legal immigrants and low-income racial minorities in America. We need to put the needs of the American people first. We need to put the needs of American immigrants first, and then worry about taking care of the rest of the world. But these socialist platforms and communist platforms that the Democratic Party is now embracing are dangerous and detrimental to our society going forward. And they've really done an effective job at targeting themselves towards minority groups and young people, millennials, and encouraging them to believe that these are positive policies, when in fact, they're actually quite dangerous.